to me, I'm worth it. Baby, I'm worth it. I'm worth it. Give me, I'm worth it. Give it to me, I'm worth it. Baby, I'm worth it. I'm worth it. Give me, I'm worth it.
Okay.
Hi and hello everyone. My name is Muhammad Aznar bin Muhammad Atam. This time, I will share with you the easiest part of grammar that are active sentences and passive sentences. In active sentences, we put the objects in front of the subjects in the sentences. For example, go, kick the lion. The object is go in front of the subject that is lion. The second part is passive sentences. In passive sentences, it is like an corresponding of active sentences. Means that the objects in active sentences will become the subjects in passive sentences, and the subjects of active sentences will become the object of passive sentences. For example, the lion was kicked by Go. My fellow friends, please remember that only transitive verbs is allowed in this case. Means that in order to make a passive sentences, the subjects must followed by an object in the sentences. On top of that, passive sentences are formed with be plus past participles. They can occur in present, past, or future forms. My fellow friends, first of all is present form. For example, Malaysian footballers are well trained. Are in the sentence shows that the sentence is present in present form. Second is past forms. For examples of sentences is the aeroplane was exploded yesterday. Was exploded shows that the sentence in past form. Next is future forms. For example, tsunami will be held in the special jail. Will be held in the sentence show that the sentence in future form. Please pay attention, my fellow friends, to make a negative passive sentences. We put not after the first word of the sentences. For examples, Suhaimi has not been caught during the ambush. Has not been shows that the negative passive sentences of the sentences. To describe action in progress, we can use present progressive and past progressive passives in the sentences. First, the present progressive passives. The example of sentence is the criminals are being held in secret prisons. Are being held in the sentence shows that the sentence in present progressive passives. Last but not least is past progressive passives. The example of sentence is the tsunami was occurred while the victims was being taken to the safe place. The word was being taken in the sentence shows that the sentence in past progressive passives. That's all. Easy, right?
Hello everyone, my name is Suhaimi. I would like to explain the use of passive voice. First, when you don't know who performed the action or when it is not important to say who performed it. For example, the sentence is the helmet was stolen. The car was refueled. Okay. Secondly, when you was want to avoid mentioning the agent, for example, the sentence is a friend is sometimes regarded as a family. Lastly, the third one, when you want to focus on the receiver or the result of an action instead of the agent. For example, the sentence is the thief was caught by the detective. Next, I would like to explain about the use of passive with a by a phrase. First, to introduce a new information about the agent. For example, the sentence is the money was stolen by a person who has a criminal record. Second, to credit someone who did something. The example of the sentence is the bills were photocopied by FBI agent. Thirdly, when the agent is surprising. For example, the sentence is the money was found by a little boy. You can omit the phrase in the passive sentence if you feel it is unnecessary or undesirable. 2. Mention the agent. For example, the sentence is why hasn't this crime been solved? Next, most commonly the direct object of an active sentence is the subject of the corresponding passive sentence. However, an indirect object is sometimes the subject of a passive sentence. For example of direct object, the police arrested the suspect. The original sentence is the suspect was arrested by the police. In indirect object, the FBI gave Cooper the money. The original sentence is Cooper was given the money by the FBI. Next, we often use modals and modals like auxiliaries in the passive to form the present passive with a modal. Use the modal plus be plus past participle to form the past passive with a modal. Use the modal plus Use the modal plus have been plus past participle. For example, the sentence is the criminal should be arrested. Second, the example is he could have been arrested before this. Next, next, use have to, had better, had to, must, ought to, and should in passive sentence to express admissibility, obligation, and necessity. For example, the sentence is the charge had to be dropped. Criminal suspect must be charged. Next, use can and could to express present and past ability. For example, the sentence is suspect can be kept in jail. The thief could have been caught. Next, use will and be going to talk about future event. For the example of the sentence is this prisoner will be tried. The suspects are going to be released. Next, the use can, could, may, and might to talk about future possibility and impossibility. The mystery may never be solved. That is the example of the sentence. And the second example is he can be released from jail.
Hi everyone, my name is Muhammad Zulkifli bin Jumali. I will be explaining about passive with be passive causative and the uses of passive causative. Passive can also be formed with get, and passive with get usually is more informal, and it is conversational and characteristic of informal writing. For example, will the criminal ever get caught? Our team got beaten in the soccer games. The differences between passive with be and passive with get. The passive with be, we can describe non-action and action verb, while the passive with get can only describe action verb. Another form of passive is passive causative. To form this passive causative, the important element is have or get plus object plus past participle. There is slightly differences in meaning between the causative with have and get. For example, you should have your car serviced. And another example is I just got my best suit dry clean. The uses of passive causative is to talk services or activities that people arrange for someone else to do. For example, the detective had the evidence analyzed. The activities is analyzing evidence. Passive causative can occur with by phrase, but this phrase is often omitted. Use the by phrase only when it is necessary to mention the agent. For example, I got my photos developed at the drugstore.
Hello everyone, my name is Lo Jong Heng. Today I want to present the incentive passive. The passive is also used to describe situation or states. This use is called the stative passive. The stative passive is formed with be plus past participle. For example, these people are related to each other. Most of the stative passive don't have corresponding active. Only a few stative passive does to have a corresponding active. For example, England and France are connected by channels. Make it an active sentence. The channel connects England and France. We use the stative passive to describe situation or states. For example, Malaysia is composed of 14 states. In stative passive constructions, the past participle functions as an adjective. For example, Sabah is located in Malaysia. Stative passive sentences are often used in everyday English. For example, my phone is found in the bathroom.
Hello everyone, my name is Muhammad Ishan. I will explain about passive to report an opinion. Passive are commonly used to report ideas, beliefs, and opinions. They often occur in the form of it plus be plus past participle and plus that clause. The common example of passive used to report opinions are assume, believe, claim, say, and think. An example of a sentence is, it is said that Hang Tuah is a legendary warrior. Passive structure may take an optional by phrase. For an example, it is claimed by someone that Malaysia is a good country. Passive that report ideas, beliefs, and opinions also commonly occur in the form of subject plus be plus past participle and plus the phrase. Examples of passive that report ideas and beliefs are doctors assume that the cancer lived from last year. Secondly, The cancer is assumed by doctors live from last year. Next, this type of sentence can be converted from an equivalent active sentence with a that clause. A by phrase is also optional. Note that the verb in the phrase can be present or past. The example of present is he is said to be the engineer. And next, the example for the past, the dinosaurs are thought to be conquered the world before mankind. Passive sentence with that clause or infinitive phrase are often used in academic discourse and news reports. They create an objective impression by distancing the author from the idea. The commonly form for passive sentence is it plus be plus past participle and plus that clause. Example, it is believed that UMS was a good university.